Fam, what's good? It's your boy, Damani, the founder of DrumTrax. I'm here to tell you exactly why you need to be experimenting in your practice. Before you go practice this week, I want you to just consider this idea. And I know that we have a lot of things that we're trying to get better at. We have a ton of things that we're practicing, whether it be grooves, whether it be chops, whether it be rudiments, whether it be timing, whether it be independence, whatever aspect of drumming that you're working on for yourself. Great, work on it, do your thing. But I want to insert this little thought that it's important for you to actually experiment with the things that you're learning. I know with the advent of YouTube, lots of us are watching lessons on YouTube, watching lessons on other social media platforms, and we are learning things note for note. Trust me, we taught a ton of note for note drum lessons on YouTube, especially with the drum coaches and on the old DRPA page, and even now here on DrumTrax, we teach drum fills. But you'll notice that sometimes we like to teach starter chops. Sometimes we like to teach what we call middle chops or ending chops, and these are small, short phrases that don't give you the whole 16th note drum fill or the whole 8th note drum fill or the whole 16th note triplet drum fill. What it does is it gives you an idea of something to start with and then calls for you to be creative, calls for you to finish it out, to explore, to experiment with the rest of the idea, right? Because the concept is for you to not just copy what you learned, right? We're not just trying to copy. This is all a language. You talk about how music is a language, right? So with music being a language, we want you to take the language, take the words, the phrases, the vocabulary that you learn, and then formulate your own thoughts and tell us what you think. That way we actually get something that we don't already have. Because if you just copy what you learn note for note, then all you are is a copy of someone else. And while we all have influences and we all take from somebody else, the thing that makes every drummer that we take from special, the legends that we talk about, they all have their own voice. They have their own sound. And that's the thing that we gravitate towards. If you listen to the greats, if you listen to Dennis Chambers and then you listen to Vinnie Colaiuta, and then you listen to Billy Cobham and you listen to Nathaniel Townsley, you listen to Eric Moore and then you listen to Thomas Pridgeon, you listen to Matt Garska and you listen to John Bonham, you listen to Buddy Rich and you listen to Elvin Jones. They don't all sound the same. They have their own sound. These are all drummers that we consider legendary for whatever genre they played and whatever contributions they've made to music to push us to where we are today. But they all speak the same language. They're all speaking music. They're all playing rudiments and patterns and drum fills. And so finding your own voice and being unique and exploring your own creativity is the thing that's gonna make you stand out. It doesn't matter how good you get skill-wise. You can play every rudiment with 4-way independence while you're playing in 3-4 with your right hand, playing in 7-12 in your left hand, and an ostinato and 6-8 on your feet. It doesn't matter if you don't have your own voice and you're not unique and you're not expressing yourself from the essence of who you really are. Because that's what people really want. That's what we really want. We want you, not just a copy of what you saw or learned from someone else. You have to take what you've learned, internalize it, and then give it back in your own unique way. And the best way to do that is to experiment. And so I know you may need some ideas on how you experiment when you practice this week, right? So let's say you're working on a drum fill or a drum pattern and you want to figure out how you can be creative with it. Well, why don't you take it from the way you learned it, displace it? That's a simple way. Instead of starting it on the downbeat of 1, start it on the and of 1. Start it on the E of 1. See how it changes things based on the context of the music that you're playing and see how it works. Do you need to adjust it? Do you now need to take a note out? Do you now need to add another note in? Do you need to play it more than once now so it fits? These are the type of things that you explore and get creative with, because I promise you, creativity is gonna be the thing that sets you apart. And so while you're practicing this week, while you're shedding, remember to experiment. Remember to find your own voice, because you're an artist. You're a creative. That's what you do. All right, so listen, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. I want you to go practice, I want you to experiment, and I want you to tell me what you're experiencing with. Leave it in the comments, all right, fam? And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.